Right now at 6, a local author and mother confronts years of childhood abuse.
It was living inside of me, and I needed to get it out, so I just started writing the story.
How she's writing and talking about it for the first time in order to help others heal.
Plus, staff in yet another Clark County school district hit the picket lines.
We want to be in the classroom. We want to be teaching your kids. We want them coming to school.
And how states up and down the West Coast are teaming up to cut through COVID vaccine confusion.
We are here because our communities deserve clear and transparent communication about vaccines.
We begin here at 6 with staff in another Washington school district on strike. Thanks for joining us. I'm Christine Pitawanich.
And I'm David Molko. Some Evergreen employees have been on the picket line since last week, and now teachers in La Center, home to about 1,800 students, have also walked out. John Adams has the update.
The teachers I spoke with say pay is the main sticking point in the ongoing negotiations with the district. They say they plan to be on the picket lines until they can reach a deal that works for them. On what should have been the 5th day of the new school year in La Center, teachers found themselves not inside the classroom, but on the sidewalk outside.
La Center teachers look around at the other Clark County districts. We're the lowest paid ones, and it doesn't feel very good.
The district's 105 teachers made the decision to walk off the job after negotiations with the district on a new contract came to an impasse on Tuesday. In addition to an increase in pay, teachers are asking for reasonable class sizes and improved work conditions.
We're here for the students. We really want to make sure that we have the best teachers. We retain those teachers, which means we need a fair contract for ourselves.
Near the picket lines, we found the parent of a 1st and 2nd grader. They were spending the morning at a playground instead of in the classroom.
I'm sad that it came to this, but we did feel like maybe it would come to this because it's been taking so long.
Despite the interruption in learning, Hannah Hanto says her children have had a great experience in the La Center district, and she supports the teachers' decision to strike.
We want them to have a fair contract. They support us, and they help us raise our children and help us make our children into great kids, and we want to support them too.
The district declined to speak with us on camera, but in a statement said, the La Center School District continues to work at the bargaining table with the support of professional mediators to reach an agreement. A 2nd grade teacher at La Center Elementary says they hope a deal can be reached soon.
We want to be in the classroom. We want to be teaching your kids. We want them coming to school. But we want to do it in a way where it's fair for our families and our kids.
Negotiations between the teachers union and the district are ongoing. The district says it plans to notify parents by 8 p.m. whether or not there will be class on Thursday. In La Center, John Adams, KGW News.
Meanwhile, there is no school tomorrow for students in the Evergreen School District. That's because the union representing public school employees on strike say it plans to vote on the latest contract offer from the district on Thursday. If members reject the offer, bargaining and picketing will continue Friday.
Developing this evening, confusion over the latest COVID vaccines now has the governors of Oregon, Washington, and California teaming up.
Celine Stevens is in the newsroom for us. Celine, this comes in the middle of a whole lot of fallout and questions at the national level.
Definitely. So the states are creating an alliance in response to the changes within the CDC from the Trump administration. State health officials say they just want to make sure families in these 3 states are informed by scientists, clinicians, and other public health leaders.
There has been a mass deportation of federal employees out of the CDC.
Uncertainty revolving around the CDC after the director was fired, and Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. removed all 17 members of the Advisory Committee on Immunization Practices.
Because the CDC's ACIP was disbanded and replaced, we've lost a little faith in the ability to maintain a rigorous evaluation of the current evidence, which is why the Western States Health Alliance is forming in order to create local recommendations.
Now there's a new alliance between Oregon, Washington, and California called the West Coast Health Alliance.
We are here because our communities deserve clear and transparent communication about vaccines, communication that is grounded in science, not ideology.
This alliance meant to serve as a regional response and provide recommendations to residents on immunizations,
so that we can start to have local recommendations using trusted sources such as the American Academy of Pediatrics, the American College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists, the Infectious Disease Specialists of America.
This also follows recent announcements by the FDA that include new restrictions on who can get the COVID vaccine.
So right now, CDC has not weighed in. ACIP has not met. We only know what was signaled by the FDA direction.
We want people who want to get the vaccine to be able to get the vaccine. We don't want to have any barriers, whether it's costs or based on restrictions that are coming down from the CDC.
How this would work in terms of insurance coverage is still being sorted out.
Our goal is to ensure continued access to vaccines with no out-of-pocket costs to consumers.
Now, in terms of a timeline, that's also still to be determined. The Oregon Health Authority said different timelines between the three states are expected, but their goal is to move as quickly as possible. Back to you.
I appreciate you giving us a look at this new alliance. Thank you, Celine.
In your headlines, another day in Salem where Oregon senators are postponing a vote on a transportation funding bill for 2 weeks. The vote was originally slated for today, though Democrats want Senator Chris Gorsuch, who is recovering from back surgery, available to vote, indicating this might not pass without him. The bill would raise the gas tax 6 cents and increase car title and registration fees, changes nearly all Republicans oppose. If it fails, hundreds of ODOT workers could soon lose their jobs.
3 people from Oregon won $50,000 prizes in Monday's Powerball drawing. The tickets were sold in Westport, Clackamas, and Damascus. Still, no one has won the jackpot, though. That's now soared to $1.4 billion for tonight's drawing. The deadline to buy tickets is 7 p.m.
Still got time there. And we are tracking a new wildfire that is burning in central Oregon, about 20 miles northeast of Prineville. This is the Marks Creek fire along Highway 26. Which sparked yesterday and has already burned about 2,000 acres. Right now, there are level 3 go now and level 2 be set evacuation orders in the immediate area. The Oregon Department of Forestry has also deployed a team to help battle the fire since it is burning in the Ochoco National Forest. Matt?
All right, David, thanks very much. We look out to the south from our camera at Timberline Lodge. You can just barely make out Mount Jefferson there. It's been cloudy, but also hazy and smoky with the wildfires burning. Pretty warm still up at elevation at 6,000 feet at 77 degrees. Interesting day, though. When we look at the satellite imagery, we have lots going on around the state. So first of all, you see the scattered clouds. Then you really see things develop right here to the southeast of Salem. A good cluster of thunderstorms. That's now pushing across the valley and out towards the coast. But even more interesting than that, smoke from the Wildcat Fire east of Mount Rainier. Then suddenly a thunderstorm develops because of that smoke, and it actually produced its own lightning. We'll zip up to that, and you can see what I'm talking about here. Mount Rainier right here, the Wildcat Fire over here, and you'll watch those couple lightning strikes there developing because of the fire of that, the heat from that fire generating that cloud, that pyrocumulus cloud. So I mentioned we had showers moving across Oregon. No lightning here in the valley, but some pretty good rain up in the Coast Range right now, and then also in southern Oregon, getting thunderstorms there too. And all of this activity will be shifting northward through the night. So it's not out of the question that we get a shower in the valley. Could get a thunderstorm. More likely that would be over the Coast Range or the Cascades as it all shifts on up, and it needs a little bit of help from elevation to get those storms going. So overnight tonight, scattered showers. It's going to be a very warm night. Low temperatures only dropping into the mid-60s. Very warm, hazy couple days Thursday and Friday. But a pattern shift brings cooler weather as we go into the weekend, guys.
Keeping an eye on the skies. Thanks, Matt. And speaking of looking up at the sky, new at 6, we're hearing from local bird experts on the absence of Vox's swifts.
This is very curious. Every year during their migration, the swifts roost at the chimney at Northwest Portland's Chapman Elementary, sometimes in the thousands. Last year, some swifts picked other Portland perches instead, and others left early. And this year so far, none have been spotted.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we observed last year, is that after they stopped coming to Chapman, we noticed like the numbers would pop up a little higher at a few other chimneys around town. So we think what's happening is that as the birds decide they don't want to go to Chapman anymore for reasons that aren't totally clear, they go and distribute to other chimneys that are around town.
So they say it could be due to predators, a decline in natural habitats or food sources, but as you just heard him say, Not totally clear why. If you see swifts roosting in your neighborhood, report it to the Bird Alliance. They want to know about it. And remember to be respectful of property and, of course, the swifts.
Check your chimneys, right?